So you got to ask yourself the real tough questions of things that only you know you are going through, of things that only you know you are feeling, of things that only you know bothers you. You need help with. Start addressing them. Ignoring problems won't solve them. We can see that. Ignoring problems won't solve them. Sweeping it under the rug won't solve them. Addressing them one at a time will. Let's say, for instance, someone is unhappy with their life. Maybe it's because they feel insecure. Very insecure. Do you think someone who's insecure will not project insecurity onto others? Because they cannot give what they don't have now. They can only give what they have. What they have is insecurity. So what they will give is insecurity, directly or indirectly. Anybody in a relationship with an insecure person will know what I'm talking about. This is why knowledge of self is so important. You have to know who you are. But to know who you are, you have to sit yourself down, take out time, just be still. Free your mind from any frequency. Just stay in a quiet place and listen to the silence. Listen to yourself. Hear your own voice in your mind. Thoroughly look at your life and begin to pick the areas you know you can improve. From the smallest to the biggest, or from the biggest to the smallest, however you deem fit. That is why meditation is so important, because this is the best time to do it while you meditate. You find out you begin to drop one bad habit after another, after another, after another. And before you know it, you don't know yourself anymore. You're like, wow, I feel like a whole new person. You've been reborn. This is where the Christians get the whole born again term from. Spirituality did that. Our ancestors have always known that. We didn't need anybody ordained to come and lay hand on us before we knew we were okay. We knew the power was in all of us. And it was our responsibility to fix ourselves. And now, collectively, fix our community. The reason why society is collapsing today is simple. Everybody has not everybody. A lot of people have lost knowledge of self. They don't know who they are. And if you don't know who you are, it's hard to know what to do. It's hard to know who to honor. It's hard to know what to believe, what to think. Especially when we live in the age of information flying all around the place. We've been convinced to leave our ancestors, which is our fathers and our mothers, and focus on some white person or being that loves us. How do you love us? How? It is all a programming, and we need to snap out of it before it is too late. And from the look of things, it's like it's late already. But guess what? We can still fix it. We can fix society. Not by looking at leaders or pointing at this politician or pointing at this pastor. It is by looking at ourselves. If you're not a sheep that follows, you don't have to be scared of being led to slaughter. Sometimes it's okay to look at the whole rat race and say, I'm tired of running. If person run, die. Person no run, die. Kukuma no run. And start to think, why is everything being presented to you like they are to help you? When leaders come, politicians come, they say, we'll make this for you, we'll do this for you. Why do they do that? Why do pastors promise you that this year will be your year, this year will be your... Why do the doctors promise you that once you treat yourself now, you won't have any issue, everything? But it doesn't end. I'm showing you. They're not there for your own good, for your own favor. They're not there to help you grow. They're not. They're there for one thing. The business that they are running. because it is a business. And you are their number one customer. That's why you have to wake up. That's why you have to see that your ancestors are not demonic. But if you see your ancestors as demonic, then you will go patronize somebody else saying something else. And we've been misled for a very long time. So it's time you snap out of it. And how to snap out of it? Start with shadow work. Start to address the lies. Start to remove the lies. Start to unlearn the lies. Start learning what you will use to refill those positions of those things you've let go of. New habits will begin to start. You begin to learn to love yourself because you're becoming who you are proud of. You cannot honor your ancestors without honoring yourself. Because your ancestors are you and you are them. Because they are all in your genetic makeup. Some of your ancestors had the same nose as you, the same eyes as you, the same lips as you, the same ear as you, the same hair, the same shape, the same height. You all share the same genetics. You are one. So when they taught you that your ancestors were demonic, indirectly what they were saying is that you are demonic. And if they say you are demonic and you believe that, guess what you're manifesting? And you're wondering why our reality is like this. So please, it is time for us to call our power back. It is time for us to begin to know, not believe, know that we're not here by coincidence. And the suffering has gone on for far too long. The brainwashing, enough of it. We have the keys to free ourselves from these shackles of slavery. They said slavery was over. They lied. It's not. I'm sure you can see that now. Let's fix it one by one, step by step. And we start fixing our communities by fixing ourselves. Get our emotions right. Begin to eat healthy. Stop with the foreign medication. Start going into herbs. Research it. Do some work. Don't just sit down and wait for everybody to go do the work and bring to your lab. Because guess what? People who will bring the information to your lab will be businessmen. They're running a business for profits. And guess where the profit is coming from? You and I. So that's why we have to end it. We have to stop that. And we only do that by what? Fixing ourselves. When we're free of those traumas, we can become more high vibrational. And in that state of vibration, we can't feel fear. So when they come with the tactics of business that, if you don't listen to what I'm saying, you go to hellfire. Okay. When they see you lack fear, it destroys them. What does the Bible say about fear? It says, fear not those who can kill the body but cannot harm the soul or the spirit. Be bold. And when they told you that the fear of God is the beginning of wisdom, it's a lie, because fear is low vibration. There's nothing low vibrational that is rewarding. Nothing. Okay? So fear is not real. It's an illusion. You believing in it is you giving it life. And it still won't come to pass. That's the weird thing. You're just worrying for no reason. Take fear out of the equation. Think. Even the book of Proverbs talks about critical thinking. We need to be capable, not just of thinking, critically. You have to analyze things. So shadow work needs to be your best friend if you want to win this game called life. Because you have to constantly check yourself so you don't fall out of alignment. And if you're holding yourself accountable, I'm holding myself accountable, collectively, our society will be an accountable one. And it will show. Because why? We didn't fall for the fear of the oppressor. Because fear is just an illusion. An illusion that you can only break down when you start to think critically and begin to connect with the elements, your ancestors, your spirit guides, your spiritual team. You begin to know that, whoa, everything I were told was a lie. Wow, how? Yes. It's called a spiritual awakening. And after that, the world is your oyster. Or the world is yours. Because you realize that you are an eternal being that doesn't die. So they can't scare you with death. Because you've died several times and you've reincarnated several times. And hell or heaven is a mind state, not a location. It is all in your brain. Everything, the universe is mental. It's in your head. That's why they don't want you in your head on your own. They want to coach you. They want to guide you. Let them guide themselves. Guide yourself. Because you will not exploit yourself. You love yourself too much for that, and I know. So honor your ancestors, please. They're not demonic. It's very rewarding. I am proof.